Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with more career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy our podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. And on today's podcast, let's talk about voicemail. You know, when you call somebody and actually leave a message. Some of you probably haven't left a voice message in a long time. Most of you leave text messages or email. Lots of folks have moved away from actually leaving a voicemail message on your phone. But it can still be effective. It still applies in many ways. And I want to give a few tips around managing voicemail, especially as it relates to candidates that might be, on the hunt for a new job. Number one, make sure your message, when somebody calls you, your recorded message, your recorded greeting, make sure it sounds good. When's the last time you actually listened to your recorded message? When's the last time you called your own cell phone and checked your message to make sure it was up to date? Is it professional? Does it sound good? Is it clear? Maybe even drop your email on it if you want to, or whatever, just anything to make it super easy for people to contact you, especially if you're looking for a new job or you want to be contacted. Check your message. Often, especially in today's world when we don't use voicemail a lot, I think people forget, right? They recorded their greeting like years ago and they haven't checked it in a long time. So check it. That's tip number one. Number two, if it's got some crazy heavy metal music or some wacky, funny, greeting that's not really professional that you recorded way back a long time ago when you had a secure job, but now you don't and you're looking for a new job, you should probably re-record it and make a new greeting, something clear and professional. So that's my second tip. Number three, around voicemail. This is a great one. I love this. Candidates applying for a job, right? We're trying to get a hold of them and we call their voicemail and it's full. You can't leave a message because their voicemail box is full. Just be sure that you're remembering to manage your voicemails, right? Clear your voicemail box. Don't let it fill up. I mean, if you're in sales or you're in marketing or you're in any kind of business where you're trying to reach people or communicate with people, and your voicemail box is full, ouch. You need to learn how to organize yourself just a little bit better, right? Keep that voicemail box clear. Let people be able to leave you messages. And my final tip is this, and I also think this is somewhat funny. I'm having trouble not laughing during this entire podcast. But this next one I think is hilarious because at the age of 52, I know this little tip because voicemail is all we used to have. There wasn't email or text. So I know about this tip, but I work with a lot of younger people, and most of them did not know this tip existed. Here it is. If you're leaving a voicemail for somebody, you call their cell phone, you hear their greeting, you talk into the phone, you're leaving your message. Before you hang up, if you press the pound button, it will then walk you through a series to let you listen to the message that you just left before it's actually placed in their voicemail box, right? You can listen to a kind of pre-recording of the message you just left, which will help make sure that it's clear, right? That it went through clear, that it sounded good, that you said all the things you wanted to say. So let me repeat that because I think a lot of you, especially millennials, you don't know this exists. If you call somebody's phone, press pound after you've left the message and it will walk you through some options to listen back to your message. All right? And there is your old school Riderflex tip of the day. We truly hope you find our material helpful and entertaining. And while our podcast can be heard across most platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud, you can become a supporter of this podcast by visiting our show on the platform Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Riderflex. You can also send us your questions or suggested topics for future episodes to the email address podcast@riderflex.com, or drop us a voicemail at 888-964-5876, extension 710. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks so much for listening, folks, and have a great day.